Hello guys, Vintage Harbor Breeze, etc. Back again with another video. Today's going to be a demonstration on how to install a Casablanca ceiling fan. Here for the example is my Victorian. Now can go for other models other than just this Victorian. So first, shut off the power at the circuit breaker. Then next, you want to take this piece. Of course, first you'd want to check the box, see if you may have to reinforce it, I don't know. But reinforcement, there's videos on how to do that. But I don't have the material with me to do that, so I can't. So, you see there's two slots that once you get the reinforcement done, you could put the screws from the steel box into this bracket, and then now will be for the canopy. You may ask, there's no ball thing to hook it onto the ball. Well, I can answer that. It's this, your canopy, right here. So to do this, I'm going to save some time and fit it, or at least try to align it with screws. Wait a minute. So once you get the screws in, this might take a while, but sorry about this. I just have to find the alignment tab. So once you get this done, you take your motor, then next you slide it into this. This is what will hold the ball in place. And to make it like this here, you take a snowflake screwdriver. That's why I call them, because there's I don't know if you could see it, but there's a 6 little screw right there. It's kind of an odd screw, so let me get my mounting bracket. Feed the weight. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to get these wires black to black, white to white. Now for flush mount options. Now since you have that, this is not a flush mount design, but there is other ways to do flush mount. To remove this, there's 3 hexagon or screws like that on there. So you can remove that and you can find a shorter rod. It'll be like flush mounted, but that won't stop you. So let me take this long screw, feed it in, then feed our bracket. And before you do that, ground to ground is also needed. So, shoot. So, yeah, this is gonna be a little crazy here, but I'm just going to demonstrate it. I'm not going to put the whole thing together. So, to be honest, you'd have to align the canopy with the screws. I think you get the idea of that. Or refer to your manual if you have any concerns. So, I'm going to take all this stuff out of the way, because I don't have someone holding this for me, so I can't do all of it. Now, since you got that step done, now it's the time for our blades. The blades will come in. This is the blade You see, I bought this fan from a Habitat Restore. Did not come with an IntelliTouch. For those of you who are wondering what that is, it's a Casablanca control for this fan. So there's 3 holes lining up with the blade arms, and then screw them in. I like to hand screw them in first, then take your screwdriver and tighten them. Oops. Yeah, most fans will have washers, but this fan doesn't. Correct me if I'm wrong on that case. Now, repeat that for all 5 blades. To do this, you see there's a lot of holes. This is the 4-5 flywheel. The flywheel may need to be replaced every once in a while because these flywheels can crack over time. So, I mean, there's nothing much that I can't do, but I want to make sure that this fan is all nice looking. So, once you get the blade on, hang on, let me find my screws. Alright. Where's that screwdriver? Ah, here we go. Now, I don't know if I could do this while holding the camera, but I have to set it here. Take your flathead screwdriver, line it up, screw it in with the flathead, and then that and repeat this till all the blades are tightened. This is just a demonstration, like I said. Repeat that to all the many blades that you have. So I'm doing just like one thing to save time, because if I were to do all of the blades, I would have to bring this fan back to my house and have it installed. Now, once all the blades are done, you might, or at least, this is probably the time where I would turn on the power, but this fan has no pull chains. Like that new tone right there. As some Victorians have speed knobs, meaning you could turn them while they're still going. I don't know why they stopped that, but that's pretty cool. So then, you take your globe, loosen up all the screws. Now you could do this by hand, or hang on a minute. Now that's on there. Now you would put your light bulb in there, and repeat that for all 3 remaining lights. And once you get the blades done, repeat that for all 4 more, unless you're doing the 4-blade configuration. That's up to you. But anyway, this Victorian will, like, for the IntelliTouch, That's why you want to shut your breaker off, not just the switch, because you got to replace the switch. IntelliTouch is a mechanism that it's like you don't have to go and reach for a chain. Like, you could put a chain here for a light, but I'm not going to do that. Besides, this Victorian is already cool as it is. So this Victorian is really nice. But let's get back to what I was doing. So the Victorian, or at least for all Casablanca fans, or at least that are like made from the early 80s or something. I think that's when they did not have IntelliTouch yet. But whenever they started having IntelliTouch, that's kind of different. Now, IntelliTouch is like 3 to 4 buttons. One controls the light, obviously, but there's no dimmer. The fan, or at least this particular fan, is a W11 to control. So if you're installing one of these, and it does not come with this, does not come with the IntelliTouch, I recommend going on eBay or something like that and finding these IntelliTouches. Most of them, you'll not believe how much they are. They're $80. But if you can get a good deal on them, that would be good. Now, for when you put the ball in, something else I forgot to mention again, this is what you may ask, why is there no piece? Well, there is a piece to fill that in. And Casablanca still does this method today. They put these notches here so that it looks like it matches. And that's why you see all 4 screws. But to remove the fan, obviously you'd want to remove this piece first, so that you can get to the wiring easier. So once you put that to the side, and you, and for the colors for the switch, it's black to black, and then white to white, and then green to green. Same thing goes for the fan. Once you get all that stuff done, turn on the circuit breaker and test it, see if it works. If it doesn't, I'd want to see what's wrong with it first before getting rid of it, or have someone look at it first. Because maybe it could just be a tiny problem, which shouldn't even be a big problem at all. These fans are not that hard to fix sometimes. Never really worked on one, but oh well. Anyway, vintage Harbor Breeze, etc. out.